So baby girl for the last 5 years has always thought it was her fault that we didn't get on the show, which we'll go into more. But I actually think it was my fault. Amazing Race. What a great show. Actually, one of my absolute favorite shows, and I am an expert in reality television. We auditioned for The Amazing Race, and we have some tea for you.
Meeting Phil, what the producer said to us, and the shame they gave me.
We have a story for you, but before we get into all that shade, that brings us up to the sponsors of the video who are gonna help us with all that shade. Glasses USA is sponsoring this video, and a huge shout out to them because we've been big fans of the glasses for the longest time.
Oh
my god, these are my favorites.
Voss glasses?
These are my favorites.
Okay. So check these. Sorry, what were you saying?
Did you just pop those off? You do look like Alex Voss. Oh my god, you guys. The real Orange is the Black movie star is right here.
It's
Whoa!
a movie and
it's her!
It's not Orange is the Black.
What did I say?
Eyewear shouldn't break your bank. Glasses USA allows consumers to purchase eyewear from your home. Super affordable, offers a wide variety of high quality frames and lenses, and you look really sexy.
You look so good in those frames.
There you go.
Holy hot. Oh my god, you need to wear those all the time.
GlassesUSA.com offers prescription glasses at up to 70% off retail prices.
There's over 4,000 styles of eyeglasses and sunglasses. There's in-house brands and there's designer brands such as Ray-Bans, Oakley, Gucci, and honestly, there's so many options. I spent such a good amount of time on the website, like so much time saying like, wow, this is the dream pair.
If I had been the one shopping for these, I'd still be on the website right now.
Oh, she'd probably be sleeping on the computer.
Welcome to my office, and what problems have we got to talk about today? Rather, what solutions have we got to talk about today? You can add any type of prescription to almost any frame, including sunglasses.
Also, they have a virtual mirror on their site where you can try on any pair of frames and see what they look like on your face by uploading your photo before you purchase. Lastly, it is all risk-free. There is zero risk. You wanna know why? Because there's free shipping and return, 100% money-back guarantee within the first 14 days of buying, so there's no risk. Click the link below. If you click the link, our link, you get up to 50% off of your favorite brand of sunglasses or glasses. And back to the tea. So the whole process started out with an email. We got an email asking us if we were interested in being part of the audition process with Amazing Race, and we have gone through so many reality show auditions and TV show auditions that we don't really get our hopes up that often.
Never. Well, Bria gets her hopes up more than me. I never get my hopes up.
Being on Amazing Race has been my all-time dream reality show. So when we got that email, I was like already on the show in my mind. You know, they always probably have one lesbian couple on the show.
Right.
So we're gonna be that lesbian couple. I'm on the workout machine and we get a call from the producer. Producer on the phone says, we think you're great, we think you're entertaining, we think that you'd be great for the show. We just need to do like a Skype interview.
We did the Skype interview and it went amazing.
We had no idea the next step was gonna be this crazy.
We got sequestered. I had never even heard that word before.
Really?
No.
Sequestered?
Oh, come on.
Come on. You come on.
We got sequestered.
She doesn't know reality TV.
We got sequestered to a hotel for a week so that
It wasn't a week, it was like 2 or 3 days.
I'm pretty sure they could hold us for up to a week.
You
or
think
5
so?
days, yeah.
I don't think I remember all the details. Again, this was 5 years ago. We weren't allowed to use our phone.
No.
We were accompanied everywhere we went. If we had to go on an elevator with somebody accompanying us who was a producer. When we went to get food down at the food court, we had to be accompanied.
You weren't even allowed to talk to your fellow competitors. In fact, you could get kicked off.
And we go into the pool and there's 2 other teams swimming around in the pool. I was already game face on, like this is competition. I'm already like, I'm racing them in the pool. Here's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
We weren't the only lesbians. We were competing with another lesbian YouTube channel. And we can't say who it is because I don't want to like blow up their game.
Okay.
But it is a couple that you guys used to watch. They're no longer together.
Right.
And I would love to see you guys comment in the below.
Guess who you
think it is.
So one time we get into the elevator and we're just going somewhere in the hotel and we end up in there with this other lesbian couple and we know we're not allowed to speak to each other. And so there happened to be no producer in the elevator at that moment, but we were all scared we were getting spied on. So we're just standing in the elevator, like riding up very quiet, and I think we just all burst out into laughter.
We knew that there was no way they were gonna cast 2 lesbian YouTube couples.
No.
Unless they were doing like an all YouTube.
Right.
But they weren't.
It was between us or them.
Unfortunately, the next day they were cut. So we knew it was us.
We thought we were gonna end up on the show.
We were like, oh, we're the lesbians, we're gonna get it. So then they have us sit down for like an entire day answering questions.
A psychological questionnaire.
Right, and we're like answering these questions, and all of a sudden the questions start becoming so mundane. They start feeling like the last batch of 20 questions, the last 100 questions, and you're just like on repeat answering these questions, filling them out, and you feel like you're going insane. And they don't tell you anything, of course, and they send you off to your hotel room, and we're stuck in our hotel room for hours and a couple days, and there's just like the not knowing, I think, is the hardest part.
Then there was one more round that we had to get through, which was actually meeting and doing kind of a cold read audition in front of Phil, in front of all the producers. But before that, we spent the day speaking to the on-set psychiatrist, psychologist, who's meant to vet you mentally to see if you're mentally strong enough to be on the show.
She was not a fan of Chrissy's.
This psychologist is not a fan of me. Meanwhile, this is after I have answered truthfully, very truthfully, in very traumatic detail, terrible things that I've gone through in my life, so that I have it on paper that I'm being honest and I'm being upfront about all these invasive questions that they're asking. It was all so intense.
So intense.
But we told them everything.
And we're very honest to our knowledge.
Yes.
We had a producer that we were working with, and she was very like team us, and I think that's her job, is to make the person, like the team, feel like, oh, you got this, pump you up. So she calls us, right? And she says on the phone, she's like, I'm not gonna lie, you guys are doing so good in this process, and I really think that you guys got it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get together and we're gonna go over a couple things, and then you guys are gonna meet with Phil and all of the main executive producers. And so she gave us the do's and don'ts, things to say and things to not say. Do you remember some of the things she told us to say and some of the things she told us not to say?
I think she told us to play up our relationship, but play up the drama that we could have, so fights that we could have while we were out there. I think it ended up being a fault that we looked so in love and like we had too healthy of a relationship.
I talked about how I had a bite a lot. And I have something to tell you.
What?
I kind of think it's my fault that we didn't get on the show.
Why?
So baby girl for the last 5 years has always thought it was her fault that we didn't get on the show, which we'll go into more. But I actually think it was my fault that we didn't get on the show. Baby girl has no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm about to explain. So we're sitting in front of Phil, and there's a bunch of producers, like 10 middle-aged white dudes staring at us. And Phil's right in the middle. And let me tell you, Phil did not crack a smile. He did not greet us. He did not say hello. He was cold as ice.
Simon Cowell cold.
Like mean almost, like really unnecessary. But I think that's part of the strategy, is to try to intimidate us and see how we do under pressure.
Yeah.
And so we sat down and we are just being our goofy self. And then I said to Chrissy, I'm like, oh my God, what is that? And you go, oh, it's a cobra. And then you went into your like little accents, and and then I said, this is where I think we went wrong. I said, this will be a really amazing opportunity.
Oh, right.
And I said that straight to Phil, and Phil looked at me and said, excuse me, what do you mean? And I said, I just think this will be a really great opportunity. And what I meant, and I was so nervous. No, what I meant, but I was too nervous, I meant for the LGBT community to show representation. And I kept saying in my mind, oh, for lesbians, he'll know that I'm a lesbian.
Oh, God.
I was saying it'll be a great opportunity for like exposure, and I meant exposure for the LGBT community.
He thought you meant fame.
Right. Right, which is not what I meant at all. Like, what kind of a douche would say, this is a great opportunity for me to have exposure and for me to use you?
Because of you.
Whoa, Miss Liar on the pamphlet. So anyways, I think that has a large reason for why we didn't get the show. But we did go back to our rooms, and I felt like we did a pretty good job. Because I hadn't realized that I had said the exposure thing in a bad way. The producer told me later on. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, you kept saying this would be a great opportunity for you, which really did not knock it out of the park. And I was like, no, I meant for the community, for exposure, for what a lesbian couple look like. That's what our entire channel is. Of course that was what was in my head, but didn't come out with my mouth.
We waited around for a couple of hours, and it was very tense. And then I got called up a couple of floors in the hotel to go meet with the show psychologist.
Dun, dun, dun.
To get some more background info on all of this information and background check she had gotten from me. This woman is colder than Phil by 10 times, and she accuses me pretty much straight out of the gate of being a liar trying to get on the show, and that can be grounds for removal. Immediately did not know what she was talking about, and I'm I said I didn't lie on anything at all, and I know that so factually. What are you talking about? She accused me of lying about some of the psychological things that I had answered on the exam, including whether or not I had ever been suicidal because of a video that I had made about dealing with my experience of losing somebody close nearly to suicide. She accused me of being the suicidal one. I've been depressed, but I've never wanted to take my own life. And she said, no, you were suicidal. In this video, I had 5 people watch it, and you claimed to be suicidal. And I said, no, I didn't. And she was like, well, you are, and you're lying right now, and we can't have that. And I flipped out on her. I'm so angry and said, I was so truthful with you. I did not lie about anything, and the fact that you're doing this is absurd. And I pretty much stormed out.
We get a phone call about 30 minutes later, and the producer says, hey girls, you can go ahead and pack your bags. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Yeah, the producer was done.
She was so cold. She was like, I'm not pretending to be nice to you anymore because you're not potential candidates.
All pretend.
It was all pretend, her pretend niceness. We ended up going to meet that other lesbian couple for lunch where we just giggled and laughed about our experiences. And that is the Amazing Race audition experience that Chrissy and I had. I'm sure other people had way different or better or worse stories, but that's just ours. Anyways, on that, I love you.
I love you too.
I love you so much. Oh, there she goes. I love you, Alex. Wow, you look so banging. It's crazy.
I love you too.
I need to have blonde hair.
Why?
That's the other girl, right?
I'm not into blonde hair.
No, the other girl for the show.
Yeah, but I'm into you.
Okay, Alex.
You're my wife.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Big kiss, big hug, big love. Mwah!